Hello, everyone, and welcome back to UGC League. We are bringing you week 5 of UGC season 18. My name is Guthix. I'm joined here by my good friend Karma. Karma, man, oh man, we got an exciting match for today.
Oh yeah, it better be exciting because Overwatch League was pretty boring today, so I feel like this is going to be better. UGC season 18 has so far been a better, so let's see if there's no 3-0 today.
Yeah, hopefully we don't see it 3-0. I did watch a little bit of Overwatch League as well. Some improvements from Vancouver Titans, I will say. Just going to add in a little bit of comment there. But for today, we are bringing you Intermediate Division and the last two undefeated teams, the Squirtle Squad versus Radium-X. Fun fact, both these teams actually have teams in the Beginner Division as well. Radium-X is the beginner team for Radium-X, and our, I think it's a little bit of a UGC favorite team, Chicago Deep Dish in the beginner Squirrel Squad. This is their intermediate team, and both teams already get into the action. Radium-X on the red side, and Squirrel Squad striking first on the blue as Growlo gets the opening pick, along with Oranges picking up one. Bit of a brush versus rush composition. The DPS lineups is a little bit different here, Karma.
Yeah, for I'm having a brain fart. For Squirrel Squad, sorry, they want to have a much more of a fast sort of brawl. So they want to have the Doomfist go in, get a big punch, try to get a pick, maybe not, or even just shove the Rhine back, really. So that way their Rhine Schizo Sam can just go in and just take all that free space. Whereas for Radium-X, they just sort of want to hold their space, sort of like what they're doing right now.
Yeah, and with that May allows them to hold that space, but here comes Squirrel Squad rolling in, being aggressive. Growlo gets that punch onto Adrenaline, finds the uppercut jab onto Adbon, taking out both DPS. You see Adrenaline switch over to that Cassidy to deal with that Growlo punch in, but hasn't found enough value yet.
Yeah, like with the Doomfist punch, it's very, very difficult to time, especially when they're going in with the D.Va right behind them. So that way the D.Va can just eat the stun no matter what, and then they can just basically get a free out.
Free out of Growlo is a little bit dangerous. He's trying to wrap around a little bit of Doomfist parkour. Able to return with their team. Here comes the shadow around the corner. The Amplification Matrix there. Pushing back now. Gun walk around. Growlo punches in. Here's Death Blossom. Fence Matrix eats a lot of it, and Orange Juice gets a keen ultimate negate. Negate the Ad Bomb's Blizzard. As the rest of this Squirrel Squad's rolling in, they're playing aggressive. Ad Bomb a little bit sad after that one.
Yeah, and that was a perfect eat. They were able to both use the window or the garage door that I like to call it to try to gain the space, but it just Squirtle Squad held their tight. They did use a shatter, so that's an advantage for Radium-X, but who knows? It could be difficult for them.
My goodness, Growlo sneaking around, gets the punch kill across the map. Here's the shatter though, Nakatu down, Senna gets taken out, along with Schizo Sam. Rag now has plenty of states to walk in. You gotta get on point though, 5% to 100. It should be able to walk in here, get the overtime, and win this, but more on FPS on the backline. Looking for another support, able to take out Adrenaline. DPS behind them. Gotta be careful, more on FPS. Finds a rack, that's 2. Looking for more, finds 3. Gets the triple kill, taking out Trig, and more on FPS single-handedly. Keeping them in the fight, and is gonna pick up the 4-man. 100% to 0 Karma, and these Squirrel Squads have come to play.
Yeah, and it's gonna be weird, especially if we do see brawl throughout this entire thing, because it looked so dominant from Squirrel Squad. They looked like they knew what they wanted to do, and they executed it perfectly. They didn't really need to swap anything around, and it was just you had Radium-X just on the back foot the entire time.
Yeah, you get up 2 picks right there, and then you try to walk in, and, well, when there's a Reaper behind you, Karma, that goes uncontested, and you don't turn around and deal with them, that's what happens. The Reaper just bam, 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 gets the 4K and able to hold on to it. We're seeing a little bit of a switch come out here from Radium-X. Chan's going to be playing the Zarya, so those bubbles are going to be able to protect anyone that Growlo punches in on. Have to be super careful and time those, though. Both teams going to jump that wreck. What? Rack just jumps up on the jump pad there, Karma, and swings the hammer over onto Growlo.
Yeah, and it seemed it was going to go that way, but then they sort of... It was starting to go Squirtle Squad's way, because they just sort of turned it, and then it doesn't even look like that they're ready to fight here yet.
Oh, a little bit awkward. You're down one, and then more on FPS on the flank. Once again, the spawns come in, and now Squirtle Squad have control.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this comp from Radium-X. It's sort of the same thing where Squirtle Squad is doing, but except it has a lot more mobility with that Moira and that Lucio, and the Zarya even instead as well.
The Baptiste Immortality Field could be helpful, but the Moira outputs so much healing. Rat gets the kill on Schizo Sam. Here's the Death Blossom. You don't have the defense matrix now to eat it, and Shrink gets caught out. Orange Shoes finds a finished melee kill onto Adrenaline, and the rest crumbles. And more on FPS pressing the W key, looking for the kill on Chan, and gets it. This Squirrel Squad is being very dominant so far.
Yeah, and if you're on Radium-X, you gotta realize, hey, we need to engage first, and they're just not doing it. Squirtle Squad is taking the engages first, and they're even getting them they're even holding them here. Oh no.
Oh, a little bit of an emo coming out for the DPS of Growlo and more FPS. Here's a Coalescence, but you lose two, and the beat from Bren is there, perfectly timed. No way you can push into that. You gotta go back to the drawing board, regroup, figure out how can you get past this defense.
Yeah, it's gonna be very tough. It's gonna be very tough for Radium-X right now.
Well, there's one. Now you're pressing W's. Shatter actually gets blocked. Here comes Rag. Rag's Shatter's blocked as well. But Schizo Sam a little bit too far. Senna can't get the heals, and Bren unable to get the speed boost. Here's more. Yes, though. You can't count them out until Morin FPS is gone. Chain finds a double key elimination on Morin FPS. Growlo coming in, tries to get killed. Trig finds them. And the first percent on the board here for Radium-X.
Yeah, and I think it was a little bit because Squirtle Squad was just trolling a little bit. They had to touch a spawn door challenge, but in the end, it actually worked for Radium-X. So now they're actually able to finally get some percentage on the board.
Now you're on the defense. Atbomb has there's the side slam. Here comes the grab, and there's the double kill. Two ultimates used, instantly wins the team fight. Karma, you think Squirrel Squad's gonna regret that little bit of a taunt?
Probably, honestly, especially if Radium-X decide to keep playing this super aggressive, getting those early fights that they weren't able to when they didn't have the point. They could just be 100-0 right now for Radium-X.
Could be. Here comes the pin. There's the Death Blossom from on FPS. Gets nothing. 1-1. Support's gone. The Shatter is big and comes straight down to Trig. And the Squirrel Squad's cleaning it up here. Gotta catch them all. They caught all the players of Radium-X there, Karma.
Yeah, I almost cast a curse at them, I guess.
A little bit. They should be able to get a touch here. Nope. Boop. Way. No touch comes in with a Coalescence. Squirrel Squads walk away with it here on Oasis, and I would say, Karma, pretty convincingly.
Yeah, that was very convincingly, especially since the only time that Radium-X was able to really capture the point was just when they started to throw, I guess, technically for Squirtle Squad. But it looks like that Radium-X has some idea on what they want to play. They want to run this sort of brawly. I don't know if it was just because, hey, they're running Brawl 2, we can just play it back on them and then try our best. But who knows? Maybe they have some different sort of comps as it comes on to our next points, our next maps.
More on FPS, picking up 33% of total damage, and Orange Shoes on that off tank. You get a lot of assists, but they do count towards the elimination, picking up 76% of the kills on the off-tank roll. I mean, Oasis definitely is a heavy brawl versus brawl map, Karma, and we saw that. I mean, as both teams ran out, a little bit different variation on the tank lineup, but Squirrel Squad came out on top. Really, it was more on FPS on the Reaper along with Growlo follow him up on a DPS role. That was the big difference maker. Our next map, though, that we're going to be going to is Watchpoint Gibraltar, which we could see a little bit of a more divey composition. Could see a double bubble composition come out from either of these teams, which, if the Squirtle squads can't play, Radium-X might be able to take the advantage here on the attack first.
Yeah, especially since now a lot of microplay has been sort of invented into Watchpoint Gibraltar, TPing your supports onto that little high ground across the bridge, so that way you just fight for the entire bridge.
Yeah,
it's that little stuff like that where it's like if you don't set up your supports just right, it could be the definition between a team fight win and a team fight loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these teams are undefeated coming into this match. We're in week 5, so someone will be walking away with the dub and no a loss, 5-0, which, if that doesn't secure a spot in playoffs, I don't know what will. Karma 5-0 definitely should secure a spot in playoffs for UGC season 18. 4-0 still has a pretty good chance. I think both of these teams will have a spot secured, unless it's something really weird happens if one of these teams lose the rest of the games for the season. I, however, don't see that happening, so we'll just have to see who gets a better seeding here. Look at this. Hog, Ryan.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I sort of just toned out what you were saying as soon as I saw Orange Juice pick the Hog.
I see. I'm right there with you.
I want to know what they're doing, because I see the Hog on this bridge, and then I see the Rhine lower, so I'm very worried for what Schizo Sam is about to do right here.
They're waiting for the Fire Strike or the pin. Here comes the hook. Hook-a-chan across the way. It looks like Hog is going to be the answer for this dive, along with Brent on the Brigitte. So they're not going to be playing along with the dive. Ad Bomb is going to get picked off Schizo Sam. Not sure where Schizo Sam was all the way over there, along with Growlo on the flank. And this is where this dive composition can really punish any flankers here, Karma, because you can quickly rotate, peel, and get onto targets and can punish any hard flankers.
Yeah, I also think it was just a little bit of Schizo Scam being a Schizo. I should say that, because just sort of pitting into the backline isn't going to really help. But Radium-X is doing this really good by holding the high ground, making sure they hold their space really well.
Trig almost has a nano boost. Gonna be online. Nano Monkey ready to go to dive on the support. Or Growlo on the soldier. Schizo Sam trying to maybe flank around here. Here comes the dive. There's the nano boost, but flailed away. Here's the nano boost on Schizo Sam now. Rag get closer and closer to that Primal Rage. Able to get the kill on Sena. Looking for the other support of Brent, but gets taken out by Schizo. And finds the kill onto the off-tank of Orange Juice. The trick contributes. Finish the low Schizo Sam of the Reinhardt. Visor able to zone everyone out. Sending everyone hiding with their lives. Ad Bomb trying to win a 1v1 onto more on FPS. Loses it. No supports down there. And here comes the spawns once again. Whole hog for Orange Juice online and just trying to find a way to actually engage a big hook. Hooky rack in, has a Primal Rage, but it's gonna get healed up by Trick. Gotta be careful and actually gets taken out. Here's the Shatter. Here comes the whole hog. Big whole hog. Push A2 off. Able to take out Shan, and the supports are just cowering in fear with no tanks to hide behind. Trying to fish one in is Orange Juice, but they're going to escape with their lives. And another regroup here for Radium-X.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Radium-X is... I complimented them earlier, but now they're sort of just, like, trying to go in, but I have to say, great plays from Brent as well as on the brig.
And Brent's been doing a great job just protecting Sena and keeping everyone else alive. A nice hook coming in, taking out Iridium DPS. It's Schizo Sam. Growlo getting closer to another visor. Diva Bomb behind. Doesn't get anything. Nano Monkey onto Rack. Building up that Primal Rage very quickly. Shan finds the finish kills along with Rack. Just whittling them down. But here comes Growlo and the rally from Brent. Gonna give everyone the extra heals. And that card's still stuck in place before point 8.
I gotta say, this Squirtle squad just looks like the better team right now. They're able to back into that server room, get the entire team to surround Rack, surround Chan, and they're just not able to find the picks that they need.
Growler will be a little bit aggressive there. Adbon gets hooked in and taken out once again. Here's the stun though. Iridium's DPS doing some DPS in the kill feed, finds a kill. Another hook coming in. Defense Matrix, nice. Iridium DPS finds a second kill. And they should be able to cap this now. Growler flanking way around up on the high ground. Doesn't expect Adbon behind them though. Adbon pressuring them. Growler forced down to the ground. Gets Sam switch to the Wrecking Ball just to stall the point a little bit longer. Health going very quickly. Orange Shoe trying to regroup onto the point. Come out, take a breather, get some extra heals, but it's not going to be enough. And Radium-X gonna find a way to push this into point A.
Yeah, they also made a lot of swaps too that I'm sort of confused by. Obviously, you swap to the ball to get that extra percentage place, but then they put Senna on the Zen after playing the Ana. I don't know really why they started to do it. It's a very low heal comp, so they're not going to get a lot of healing. And then they switch Schizo back to the Reinhardt. My brain is hurting watching this match.
This Reinhardt needs so much support just to survive a dive at all. You don't have the Lucio speed boost. All you have is 3 packs from Brent and a Harmony Orb from Senna. It's not a lot of people to go around. Here to come push it in, and a Schizo tries to find a pin. Doesn't get it. Or actually does get on Chan, now gets D-Met. Cart still moving, a minute and 40 seconds to go. On FPS has a pulse bomb, looking for a target. Sticks it onto Rack. Immediately healed back up with the Nano, trying to engage, looking for support, trying to find Brent on the brick, and gets it. Gets solo hold hog, and the Visor clean it up. No defense matrix from Chan, who is out of a mech. And you're at minute 15 seconds. Like, you got some ultimates online. You might be able to push this in. Growlo going way deep. Excellent kills himself. But you get 2 staggers, Karma. This could be a last team fight.
Yeah, this very could well be a last team fight. And it's like they're playing with this sort of confidence that it's like, you're like questioning, like, oh, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing it like that? They're just confident, and they're winning the team fight. So does it really matter right now?
Nah, I mean, if you're winning coming out on top, doesn't matter. Schizo gets a pin onto Iridium DPS. All you have is the Ana and the DPS take care of that. You'd have no supports. You can't go in. You forced out the rally, though. That's one support ultimate gone. You forced that out, it's good. But 30 seconds ago, you gotta get something done here.
Yeah, you force out the rally, but it does last until, I believe, 15
Right?
seconds now.
Whoa!
And more on FPS just did a clip right there. But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
you're just like, they can't, Radium-X just can't do anything right now.
What a clip. Here is Schizo being aggressive. Shatter a left door. Dangerously low. Here comes a Visor. It's gonna be from Adbon. Tracer more an FPS just behind. You're able to get to Cart. Now you have the supports and a Hog. Dangerous. You gotta be careful. More on FPS gets taken out from Adbon from behind. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Hooked in by Orange Shoe. Survives it.
Oh.
A Trans comes out, but they get the point. Oh, just a millisecond too late. They get the point, and they're getting the kills. Brant takes out 1. But it's just no good. A bit of a C9 Charlie Niner coming out from the Squirtle squad there.
Yeah, they did have the trans for a while too. I'm surprised that Senna decided not to touch earlier. Maybe just because of the bomb, but who knows? It's got the 3rd point, which, in my opinion, 3rd point is best for Ryan, not 1st or 2nd. So they could hold this corner really well with this Ryan Hog comp.
Yeah, they could. Trick has the nano boost. You gotta be thinking that's gonna go on to the Winston. Once again, here comes the Visor. Growlo push a Rack. Maybe gonna get the nano boost. They do, and they take out Growlo. Now the Nano Monkey looking for support. Hog anti very low. Gumby whole hogging once again, trying to find Tracer Adrenaline. Trick gets taken out in the meantime while it's Schizo. Radium DPS finds a kill on more on FPS, pops the rally because Trick's gone. Tanks on the front line to the left. They're trying to snowball this, but Growlo comes out with the Bastion. Diva Bomb and a Pulse Bomb definitely would have killed Growlo if one didn't kill him in the first place. And it's right in the kill feed, 10 seconds to go. And they're going to push this all the way in. They actually finished the map with 6 seconds to go, Karma. And does it... I really think it comes back to that Transcendence just being a little bit too late on point B.
Yeah, but it's also the fact that it's like they have these really good. They don't really have really good comps. We're gonna say that right now. In my opinion, I feel like these comps are weird, but they're playing with this confidence that it sometimes seems like they're getting almost too confident. You get Growlo in the backline just sort of feeding. Yes, they're getting picks, but then they're feeding and they're dying, and then they sort of have a. Radium-X is being able to regroup, get 5 or 6 in to get to this feed fight, and then Squirtle Squad is down 2, down 3 maybe, in their backline. So it's sort of weird how they're playing this, where they're playing it really well. They're getting it down to the last 5 seconds, and then they're just losing the point. So I don't know how you are able to fight that and make sure, like, hey, we gotta make sure that we're holding on to it, but who knows? Maybe it's just their sort of plan, and they're just gonna roll on attack.
I mean, they could easily roll on the attack. That's definitely an option. But if you are flanking around and you're being a little bit too aggressive, you get caught out. Yes, you do feed just a little bit too much. And then that costs you, well, all 3 points here on Watch Point Gibraltar. Could have been easily 1, could have been easily 2. But that isn't what happened. Speaking about confusion with the comms, I will agree, this one is definitely interesting. We do see Tor from Adbon coming out. That makes me a little bit excited. Turret's going to be doing a little bit of damage and deal with any of those flankers. Nano Blade from Growlo and Senna. More on FPS on the Echo. Growlo diving in, but no one really to dive in with. Just committing to that Nano Blade. The Pole Hog combo of the Orisa and Hog. We'll see if they can get it done here. As carts move it right under the bridge. Forced back into server room is Radium-X. They are giving up a lot of space here. A little bit awkward positioning while as Growlo just kind of moving the cart. Here comes Chan to contest it. Doing a little bit of damage to Growlo, but has the cart healing them. Now Squirtle Squad coming attacking. They have taken the defender side. And a big anti-nade purple coming in from Senna. Gonna have that nano boost right online. Gonna give straight to Orange Juice. Orange Juice says, give me the OJ, give me the kill. And the amplification matrix gave it lots of healing, but you can't heal with another big nade coming in from Senna. Orange Juice capitalizes, takes out Ad Bomb as Brent gets the second onto Rack. Here comes the blade. It's a dry blade. Finds one. Looking for a second one. Finds two. Immortality Field too late. And finds the triple kill. Growlo says, grr, give me it. And give me point A.
Yeah, and this is also very good in the fact where, I gotta say this, for Squirtle Squad, I love their comp because of the fact that they can do these sort of, for the fact that they are, they can do pull nades and everything like that. They can have these sort of great combos. And it's just amazing what they're able to do.
Alright. First time I've ever seen this, Karma. Growlo gets a flashbang deflect kill onto Adrenaline. That's Genji. I've never seen that. Adrenaline used the ultimate I need in the spawn with a little bit of regret. Growlo finds the kill onto Adrenaline, so you're up one. Here comes Molten Core. The floor is lava with the Diva Bomb. It'll find one onto Schizo Sam. Might be enough to hold on to as a Rack finds the second kill. Both tanks gone for Squirtle Squad. And that's going to be a clean up here. But 4 minutes on the clock for point B. Very, very impressive. Trying to get a few staggered kills. Rack unable to do so. They're going to regroup.
And this is a very good team comp for those, just for the, especially with the Diva here, being able to touch the point and make sure they don't get any movement on Squirtle Squad's attack.
Yeah, super important here. Rack though has to be careful. There's another nade. Gonna get Brigitte here. Nano Blade coming in, looking for in the spaceship. A little bit closer comfort for Trig. Iridium's DPS takes them out. Now you're only up 1. Cart gate very close. Someone has to touch it. Here comes Chan on the touch. And the focus beam with the nade of Xiuna. Xena's been dropping huge nades. Bomb able to get the double kill, taking a nap, taking a snooze. And the spawns are coming in. Xiuna in the corner trying to keep the support and Orange Juice up and alive. Rack finds kill on Brent. Here comes another nade, but unable to keep Orange Juice alive. Way too much damage. Another sleep onto Bomb, taking some Z's on the card. And a huge hold coming out from Radium-X.
Yeah, Radium-X is doing this really well, holding this, trying to keep the aggression coming in. Yes, they have Growlo just sort of in their face, but then they're able to get that extra healing from that Baptiste, whereas before, Squid Squad didn't have that. They just had the Ana. So it's now they're sort of playing these sort of mirror comps, which is going to be very difficult for Radium-X, in my opinion, to be able to hold this, especially with how well you see Squid Squad playing.
Does have the Molten Core all over the court. Here's the high noon tie-in, more on FPS, take him out. And Mom's Flourish Lava able to get one, taking out more on FPS. Orange Juice Whole Hog up on the high ground, gets one. And trades are coming out from both sides. Here comes the rally though, giving everyone the onside Radium-X the extra shields that they need to stay alive. It's only them though, it's only Iridium DPS as Orange Juice gets the hook onto Bomb before falling to Chan. The spawn advantage are on the side of Radium-X, and we see how big of a difference that makes Karma as they are holding on to this point.
Yeah, and one thing that I say is underwhelming, not really underwhelming, but underappreciated is the Torb turret from Adbon. Just sort of being able to throw it down, get that sort of extra person, it seems like, to do damage. It's just giving you free damage no matter what, whether it's being shields or just shooting onto the enemy team.
It really is. Rack drops the bongo a little bit early. Just gonna wait and zone that one out. Growlo coming onto this blade. A Sigma swap actually. Orange Juice switch over to Sigma. Playing a little bit of a double shield now. Able to get lots of shields with the E. Immortality field used. Everyone very close in there. Adbomb capitalizes it, taking out Growlo. And here, Radium DPS gets the counterpart Brent. Cart is moving Chan's right there. There's no way you can come out on top of this. Just the tanks and support. You lose Xiuna. The tanks have to run back, gets the heals, gets the supports they need to push in here. Orange Juice, a little bit cautious here, able to get out in 30 seconds to go. Not a lot of time left, Karma.
No, not really. But the one thing that's going good for Squid Squad right now is that, or Squirtle Squad, I'm sorry. They have basically every single one of their alts. The only one they don't have is Orange Juice, and they're already at 70%.
Bit of a Squid game, a Squirtle Squad clash there. A little bit. They got pushed in here, but Adbomb has the Molten Core. Gonna negate any progress. You gotta be careful where you stand. Here comes Growlo, though. Has the blade. You gotta stay on card. Here's the Flux, zoning everyone off. And a little bit of a reverse Sig 9. A nice high noon reflect from Growlo coming in. And they're gonna get on to point B, pushing all the way at point C.
So, you know how I said they had every single one of their alts?
Yes.
Well, now Squirtle Squad just has one.
Wow.
Which is the Dragon Blade, which, again, that's not really a great ult, but still, I don't feel like you really needed 5 ults to make that happen. You were able to get it with almost 3, I would say. But now they actually had to force Radium-X to be able to swap. They had to swap to this sort of pure double shield compound.
Growlo looking to go nuts with the blade. You get Schizo Sam. The Ash swap applying lots of damage on the front line and pressure along with Adbomb. Adbomb taken out though. 5v5. Wrecking Ball switch from Schizo Sam to roll in. Adrenaline getting things done here with the Ash. The Amplification Matrix zones them out. 30 seconds ago. You gotta make something happen. More ultimates coming online than Growlo's Blade. You got the support of Xiuna with the Amplification Matrix. And you could duel the Blade with the Visor. Could be really deadly. You gotta get something going now. There's the Bongo. Drop. Growlo going behind. Looking for a target. Looking to destroy that Bongo. Adrenaline gets killed. Takes him out. And a nice snipe from Iridium. Oh, takes out Growlo up on the bridge. More on FPS with the Visor. Trying to find more than one. Xiuna, Amplification Matrix, able to get another. And Xiuna being the big difference maker here. Moron FPS able to get 3 along Xiuna with 2. The cards pushing in. Not sure if anyone can touch. It's gotta be Adrenaline, but he's body blocked by Growlo or Schizo. Everyone was in front of the door, Karma, and they do finish the map. We're going into the overtime push.
Oh yeah, and that's actually really good that that they were able to cap with a little bit of time for Radium-X, because now they're on that defense, and they were able to do that defense really well. Yes, they sort of lost first point pretty fast, I would say, but they were still able to hold Squid Squad for a while on that second point. So who knows? Maybe this 6 seconds could be a big difference maker.
Any time matters, even if it's 6 seconds. It could matter. You never know. It's the difference from getting back from the spawn point to the card to trigger overtime. That 6 seconds could be key. We saw the ball come out just a little bit at the end. I think it was just a stall. And now we see a double bubble composition coming out from Squirtle Squad. The Winston and the Zarya, another ad bot coming out with the Torp. I think they got sick and tired of the flankers, Karma.
Yeah, and also with this comp too, it really does. It's a major for anti-dive comp, whereas with Squirtle Squad, as we said before, this is sort of like a dive-heavy map, so they were probably expecting that for the first time, but now they're actually going to be getting this sort of anti-dive playstyle, which they wanted since point 1.
Gonna be TP across, 1 minute on the clock. Gotta see how far he can go. Here's Growlo jumping in, reflecting. Applying a little bit of pressure there. Moron FPS joined them along with Winston and Schizo. Turret gonna be falling here, very low. Growlo dangerous low as well. Moron FPS, he healed back up. Part moving nearly under a bridge. Here comes the dive, here comes the bubble. Growlo reflecting a nice anti-nade coming out. Dana, who landed them precisely on the team. Packed a lot. Getting up to those nanos. 15 seconds to go. Cart right underneath the bridge. Will they be able to get to point A as both teams engage? In the server room is gotta be careful here. There's another nade. Hits all 4. A huge nade from Sena. And instantly though, the implication is just falling. They do camp point A. Overtime is triggered. The grab is Ethan from the Oranges. Chan making big plays on the off tank. And even though they did cap, it should be the spawner coming out, but there's no way. The floor is lava. You cap point A, but honestly, I think it was just, it's basically the same. It's a tactical C9, as some people would say, Karma.
Yeah, it really is. And that's one of those things where it's like, they are able to cap the point, but then you still have that sort of animation where you can't really move the point. So they put that to their advantage. They used that window in servers, and then it was just a free for all. You get to shoot basically anybody that's in your LOS because they can't use hard cover to hide from it. Like, they have to stay on the point or else it's done because it's overtime.
Yeah, that's low-key kind of smart. Low-key kind of smart. Now, I'm curious. What do you think about a really close hold to start this off?
As long as it's not Sam going in for a pin, then I think it could be good. But it looks like they're on that double shield. And one thing that we want to talk about too is I think this might be drawable, but I'm not sure.
I think you're right because they capped it. They capped it at point A. So technically, you have to move farther than your opponent to win. But if you cap it point A, get stuck in the animation, don't move it anymore, you move the same distance, so it's draw. It's completely drawable. It doesn't happen often on escort maps. We're getting word from production that the stats of this happening is like 1/5 of 1%. Very low karma, but super possible. I would say that'd be the first time here UGC that I've seen it happen. If it does happen, Wasted Red coming out from Iridium DPS there, playing the Mercy instead. Interesting pick. Mercy on it. Adbomb switching to the Genji. OG dive comp. The cart's pushing underneath, going right underneath now. And the engagement's going to be coming here. Double shield playing super tight, super close. And Growlo on this Junkrat almost has a Riptire. Could be devastating. Growlo jumping out now. Gate pressure by the dive DPS. As the rest of the team of Radium-X goes in to engage. Muron FPS up on the high ground behind. Here comes the Riptire. Gotta take care of it. Can you find it? Here's the pull. It finds both support. 1 second to go, and there's no healing at all, only on the card. And the Squirtle squads hold on to it with Growlo finding the J Silly Riptire. Let it rip, finds the double, and they go to match point.
Yeah, and that was actually a really good play from Growlo on that Junkrat, being able to try to break that sort of Symmetra TP right at the beginning, so that way the supports couldn't TP across. And then also with that trap, they were able to get the Winston trapped and just deleted instantly. So it was like a win-win almost on that point.
It was definitely a win-win. Chan's eating a grab and a blizzard. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah,
all playing... cards though for Radium though.
Yeah, that's. Hey, you lost the map, but hey, you get all the cards, so that way you don't feel bad when you lose.
That's yes. That's yeah. At least you won't feel bad then. You know that your team's doing something right. It's just barely not enough. Yeah, able to get the cards, not the win though.
Yeah, but. Yeah, that was a really good play. And I also like the fact that we didn't see just standard dive on it as well. We got to see that sort of double shield, which it does come out every once in a while, especially on Gibraltar when people aren't really feeling that sort of Winston play style. So it's nice to see it It's nice to see it happen.
It is really nice. It is. I gotta say though, Xiuna on the Baptiste hitting some insane nades, being a big difference maker, and getting the kills. Been a real star right there for the side Squirtle squad.
Oh yeah, they really have, and it's making huge dividends because especially with getting those nades super early and getting those great nades too, where it's getting like 4 or 5, even 3 players, you're building that nano faster and faster and faster, and then you're able to nano within 3 seconds, within like almost a minute of a fight, which is that's sort of what we've seen on Gibraltar last map. We saw them on the end to start off with, and they were getting that nano immediately. Like I think a minute in, they already had it and used it.
Yeah, if you can know if you have a good Ana if you are seeing them gain like nano every single team fight or near, along with being aggressive, 2, 3, or 4 other people. It's a real big difference maker from Xiuna. I gotta say though, both these teams staying in it hard fighting, using lots of energy, and what better way to regain with some energy with our sponsor, Fula UGC League Season 18, Bite Ramen, the high protein noodle that does it all. Go to shop.biteramen.com and use our promo code UGC at checkout, save 10% off your order. I gotta say, Karma, some of the best ramen I have ever had. It's really, really good. You gotta try it out. They got all different flavors. They got also the fire chilies, red chilies, crisp. Super good if you like some spicy ramen. Go ahead and check it out at shop.biteramen.com. Use our promo code UGC at checkout. Save 10% off your order. Again, that's promo code UGC, 10% off your order. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in here to the stream over on YouTube. We have moved from Twitch over to here on YouTube. If you want to take a look at some older videos, they are uploaded all the way back to really excited, awesome, cool content. But make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to know when we go live. So make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Get the notifications when we go live, whether that's on Friday, our regular time, or if we are bringing you a weekend match, a reschedule match. This one, though, could be over, Karma, here in the next moment. The next moment being Hollywood, our next map.
Yeah, and this is going to be tough for Radiant because we saw Squirtle Squad just sort of bowl over them on the brawl on Oasis, and then also on the double shield too, which both are comps that you see run on Hollywood pretty often. The only one that I would say that Radiant might have a chance in is the sort of double bubble monkey dive, but even then it looked like the Squirtle Squad had them beat. So who knows? This could be just Squirtle Squad's game to lose.
It could be their game to lose, definitely. I mean, it's been pretty one-sided so far, especially that Brawlers comp on Oasis. We saw Squirrel Squad was just way better. Might be seeing a Doomfist come out again and fight for the high ground on the second point. Yes, you see Chan do some great stuff on the Diva. But is it gonna be enough if it's just Chan on the Diva fight for the high ground? I'm not sure, Karma.
Yeah, the one thing that's good though about Second Point on this map is that when they change that elevator, so that way it's not just on a time thing. You could just go on it and then it will go up no matter what. That's sort of what changes so that way you can play Brawl on this. You don't have to rely on a leap from a monkey or ball. So it's just going to be a lot easier for teams to run this sort of brawly comp.
Yeah, it's the little things. Honestly, when they came out with that fix or that change, everyone enjoyed it. Because now you could play double shield, you could play the brawl, you can play different things than the dive here on Hollywood. And we see Growlo playing the Junkrat once again. I think they know the trap's there. There's no way they don't know the trap is there, right?
They better know. If somebody walks out here and dies, I'm giving $20.
There's
oh my god. Oh my god.
No, you got
Oh my god.
Man. Oh, they resurrect them. They swap they swap to Mercy just to res Adrenaline back so the spawn it's a lot quicker. It is a lot quicker, but my goodness. Getting caught out there. Oh, that one's a little bit awkward, Karma.
Yeah, and that's already 50% for Growlo, too. He already is halfway to his tire, and he gets another one.
Growlo,
oh my god.
Calm down, my man. I mean, you're doing great stuff. Already have that ultimate 40% away. Applying a lot of pressure here. Growlo coming up, going to be a little bit close here. Trap set up. Almost gets another kill onto Adrenaline. Support's there. Pushing up through the stairs, the inside, has a riptide coming through, looking for some targets, glowing around and finds the triple kill. Growlo says, gimme, 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 taking the 3 and securing this team fight.
Yeah, this is just Growlo. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just all him 24/7 right now, this map.
Dana also has the amplification matrix online as well. Definitely pretty quick here. No ultimates online for the side of Radium-X. Nice nade coming in though from Trig. Able to hit 2, hits the tanks.
Oh my god.
Again, just a nutty Junkrat player coming out from them.
Yeah, it's like watching Jake back at like World Cup seasons. I don't remember what year it was, but where he would just run over everybody on the Junkrat, and it's even making Radium-X swap to this sort of Orisa comp now.
This one, they're keeping Chan on the Zarya because they have the grab pulls. They're trying to commit to this. The problem with, though, if you don't have a Diva to, you know, use a defense matrix to eat up those nades from the Junkrat, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage. Here comes Champion, aggressive. Here's her Graviton to get it out. Now looking for a pulse bomb. Here comes EMP. It's all 6. What a big EMP. Coming out for more on FPS. Able to take out 2 and follow it up. Push a Radium-X back. So much spam. So much damage. And just, it's a minute and 20 seconds left to go. How do you break through this?
Yeah, they need Chan to swap to, in my opinion. They need him to swap to that Diva so that way they can just eat up some damage. Like, the bubbles are great because you're able to get the more charge and do more damage, but if you're not close enough to use it, then why even have it?
Growlo finds Adrenaline lurking in the stairway. trying to go for the res, just impossible for a Radium DPS to get off. Not worth it. Gets taken out instead to get the res onto Rack. They're kind of stuck between two different comps, and it's just on the tank line. It just splits it. Zarya and Orisa just don't go together well.
Yeah, and like we're even talking about the DPS 2 is fine with an Orisa because you can, with Adrenaline having that pulse bomb, you can do a pull pulse, you can do pull stickies, but that just the Orisa Zarya is just too weird for them.
Oh, look at Squirtle Squad just pushing through the amplification matrix. Immortality field used. Now walking through. They could walk away with this one. Adrenaline finding the adrenaline rush, finding 3. Chan walks in. It's just more on that PS. Adrenaline taken out though. Overtime's gonna be triggered. You're gonna get at least 1 tick here. So 1 tick built up. They could be EMP point here if they decide to go in. They force the immortality field. Here comes the EMP. Taken out immediately. Adbon dangerously low. Here comes the support. They're gonna try hold on to this. They want to get the full hold, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get it. They use some ultimates. You try to go for it. More on FPS. Switches to the Tracer. And they at least get the point.
Yeah, that all was sort of opened on by Adbon copying the Sig too. But, okay.
Oh, okay.
Rack is now swapping back to the Monkey, which we saw before. It could be difficult for him, especially against the Junkrat Growlo.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful for the pressure of Growlo. They're gonna be playing a double bubble again, taking the high ground. You see Tracer of Adrenaline just stay right there on cart. Here comes another Riptire immediately taken out by Chan. Rack finds some pressure. And up in the air, trying to get focused down, able to shield themselves. It's so dangerously low, gets taken out, and a nice leap from behind onto more on the wakes up and finds Vengeance taking out Adbon, and it's even. Resurrection brings back Adbon and it's gonna hold the card. It's not in place. They're being aggressive here, Karma. They're trying to push this more.
Yeah, which this is sort of what you need to do against this double shield. You got to make sure that they don't set up, because once they're set up, they're very difficult to stop, which is sort of what we saw point 1.
Xiuna find a kill on that bomb in the air. Chan getting bullied over on the high ground. They have the Graviton, they have the Pulse Bomb, they're chasing Chan. Chan is in a little bit of an awkward position. Getting pocketed, but it's not enough. The Helix Rocket's onto Trig. Resurrected. No grab, though, for this engagement. More on FPS wins the 1v1 duel onto Adrenaline. A nice anti-nade, though, coming out from Trig. And more on FPS immediately takes him out. The Angry Monkey of Rag. Not able to do enough damage. Here's a duplication. 30 seconds to go. They get the rally out of them. And everyone's rejoined. This could be a last team fight. They have the grab and they have the pulse bomb. They just gotta find the time to use it. Here comes the grab, immediately taken out and immediately dead. Adrenaline catches no one, and Schizo just takes that grab completely. They baited it almost. Zaina finds a kill onto Adbon. It's just gonna be a mercy. It's just gonna be the Tracer of Adrenaline, and that triggers overtime. Here comes the Wrecking Ball. Rack coming back in. Here's the Tracer with the nano boost. Recalls, gets healed. Here comes the Flux. Gonna flux them off the point. Rack down. Here comes the Visor from Growlo, just dwindling people down. It's all blue in the kill feed, and that is as far as Radium-X will push this. This is completely winnable by Squirtle Squad.
It really is, and I will not be surprised if we see them cap it with over 5 minutes of the way that they are playing. Like, I don't want to say anything bad about Radium-X because obviously both these teams are undefeated, but it looks like Squirtle Squad is just a whole nother level up than Radium-X.
But before the cast, I did tell you, Karma, I thought it was either going to be a Game 5 or a 3-0 sweep. And it's looking like it's going to be a 3-0 sweep. However, first reverse sweep, completely possible, Karma. We can't count it out yet.
We can't count it out yet, but it does look like that. It does look that way where it will be a 3-0 sweep as long as Squirtle Squad doesn't throw this away.
We'll have to see as these teams get their teams together, and look at this. Look at this. Radium-X bringing out a more untouchable mobile composition with the Sigma and adding the spam of Ad Bomb's Pharah. How are they going to deal with this? We haven't seen many hit scans coming out from the side of Squirtle Squad yet.
Well, I mean, we sort of had. Growlo has been playing the soldier, so it's going to be sort of...
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, we've just been so astonished by his junk that we completely forgot.
I've been blinded by his Junkrat.
Yeah, but it could be difficult for them, especially since you will have this sort of high mobility comp where it's like if you just focus the Zen, it's going to be very difficult for Radium-X to actually win this defense.
Here we go. We see Growlo going right back to the spawn, switching off of the Doom and playing the Soldier. As we were saying, Soldier coming in, Trick gets killed onto Orange Juice, but then more on FPS finds the dash elimination. Radium reds Trig's back, and the Zen and Mercy heals. Not a lot of healing to go around, but just enough for that Harmony Orb. Growl on that Soldier, gonna see if they can apply enough pressure on Ad Bomb or Iridium DPS. Tracer, Adrenaline, hiding around the corners. Squirtle Squad walking onto the point here, rolling through his rack, getting the shields, dashing behind in the back line, looking for Trig. It is more on FPS. That Orange Juice finds the front elimination on Adrenaline being a little bit too close. More on FPS takes out Iridium DPS. Here comes the Barrage, able to find one. Keeping it even now, and might be able to hold this one. Trig trying to build to the Transcendence, unable to get to. But spawns are coming back here. Rack has some minefields, gonna drop it by a little bit more time for the spawns to come back. You get the kill on Schizo, and it just might be enough. It looks like it is Karma. They're gonna be holding on to the point A.
Yeah, and with Radium-X too, they have almost 4 ults entirely too, so this could be a very, if they time their ults well and don't use all 3 or all 4 at once, looks like it could be a win for Radio.
You got the Blade and you got the Visor, 2 DPS ults that could be a real difference maker. Here comes the Flux, it's gonna catch 3, and immediately Rock, beautiful Rock coming out from Orange Juice. There's a pull from behind, takes out Growlo, resurrecting Adrenaline back into the fight. More on FPS, gets that dash kill, but the damage is already done. But you got some key ultimates from Squirtle Squads coming online, and all you got is the Transcendence, Karma. You can't Transcendence everything.
Yeah, and they sort of did, Radium-X sort of did what I said they didn't want to, which is use all 3 of their ults that they had at the time. But right now they do have that Barrage and they do have that Trans, so if Squirtle Squad overlaps both DPS ults, this could be huge for Trig.
Could be, they're looking for a Barrage, here it is, from above!
Oh!
You get the kill! Oh man! Ad Bomb finds the triple. They use the Plague, you force the Transcendence. Honestly, the Transcendence is the one that I wouldn't use the Blade for. It's the one that's the least amount of damage since it's just a standalone.
I mean, yeah, but you also had the bongos with it too, whereas with the Visor, you can just sort of hide from it. Like, it's not, you just need to be in its LOS, and especially with it being such a high mobility comp that Radium-X is playing, they could sort of just hide from it and make it so it's basically useless.
You can make a good point, and now I have to see if they actually can hide from this. More on FPS, switch it to the Cassidy. Here comes the Flux, gonna catch the fan, and the Sigma. Here comes the Visor, taking out Iridium DPS. Everyone hiding around from that Visor, only gets 1. Growl finds a kill on the Xiuna on the high ground, but it's 4v4. Ad Bomb doesn't have the Mercy pocket, so trying to play a little bit spacious. Break dangerously low, might get killed by the ricochets, or just does. The second tick built up, and Adrenaline trying to stall the point, and 3 ticks, 1, 2, 3, count them, for 8. Squirtle Squad's trying to push this to the finish line.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough for them, especially since Radium-X is playing up, as I say, that Sam decides to swap to the ball. But with this second point, with it being so wide open, that's sort of what you want, is a high mobility comp, which is what both teams have right now.
Yeah, now they're switching it here. They're playing a little bit of a mirror composition, except the Echo gonna pressure the Adbon Farah. They already get 2. Adrenaline, my goodness, going nutty in the front line. Takes out the supporter Sana. And now we're going. Oh man, Adbom's getting it done here with the Farah. They might be able to hold on to this one.
Yeah, maybe, but they do swap to a D.Va. Orange Juice swaps to a D.Va to try to deal with Adbon's Farah.
We do just throwing a quick update. Chicago Deep Dish just won their match 3-0 against Bandicoots, so they are the #1 team and only undefeated team in beginners right now. Can Squirtle Squad meet at a second team for the Chicago Deep Dish or the upper team, trying to have 2 top squads as they're picking up the kills and they're moving the cart. They might not be able to get another contest here. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, you really do. Luckily for you, you have both of the high sort of mobility champions alive, so you're able to get a touch with all.
Especially a Sombra here, the cards get close 3 meters away. You got touch, almost pooped away, Rack. Able to get the minefields down, just barely. Doesn't get a kill though, you lose 2, Trig's gone, the Transcendence gone, the Ice Stick from the Adrenaline up on the high ground, taking out more on FPS, the flank's gone. Now it's Growlo taking the point right there up on the bridge. You gotta be careful, Chan dangerously low, 45 seconds to go, and they're waiting, they're lurking, and they're waiting for all 6 to get back in.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for Radium-X to try to hold, but it is only 30 seconds, so it could happen.
Drake's Transcendence has to be on point. You gotta be careful. Here comes a D.Va bomb over the top.
Oh!
Take him out. There's no transfer in the fight. Here comes Transcendence from Sana. 2.52 meters away. More on FPS. Falls. Or takes out one. Takes out Adrenaline. You just have Chan and Rag on the point. Here comes the Transcendence. The visor's there. EMP is gone. And a key kill onto the stand. And Squirtle Squad walks away with the sweep. 3-0. They are your #1 team in the intermediate division.
Yeah, and I think that's the one person that you didn't want to have die there dies, and it's just... This was just insane. You saw the carries from Grolo, and then you started to see, like... It started to become a team game at the end, and that was just an insane play. That was just an insane play for this entire match.
Big insane play. Sana, 32% of the team damage taken, healed 14A. Big monster. Adbomb though, definitely we saw some good fare come out from them. We'll have to see if we'll see if they bring on some more of that later in the season, if we do cast them again, or in the playoffs. But that wraps up tonight's match. Squirtle Squad, #1. Undefeated, along with their lower division team in the beginner division, Chicago Deep Dish. They are sweeping it. Both 5-0, #1. Karma. These orgs, this org, you gotta be looking out for them. Gotta be careful.
Oh yeah, you really do. And I'm pretty sure we had a Chicago Deep Dish match earlier. And it's one of those things where it's 2 weeks ago, and you saw it before, where it's like they looked so dominant, and I'm not surprised that it's like you look at their higher division team and it just looks so dominant. Even both teams being undefeated, you could just see the dominance come out from Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, there's pure dominance coming out from Squirtle Squad. But the main dominance, we saw Growlo definitely stepping up on DPS side. However, map 1, map 2, even at map 3, still shining a little bit. Sana on the support lineup. Huge nades, huge kills, and making big plays on the support side. Baptiste and Ana. Gotta say, Sana walking away the MVP here in the Cassie Boots from us.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even though Growlo is a close second, and even Orange Juice is a close third. We criticized him playing Pog on Watchpoint Gibraltar, but they turned the fight. They turned the final fight by getting that Zen with the D.Va bomb, so you can't call out anybody on that team.
No, you can't count anyone out. I mean, they were all spectacular. Definitely this Squirtle Squad, gotta be keeping an eye out for them, but the main leader of the Squirtle Squad picking MVP is Sana. Ash come get your Pokemon because it's saying to walk away with MVP. That's going to wrap it up here for us tonight. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification to get notified when we go live next, whether that's on a regular Friday schedule or if we have a weekend match, especially if there's a rescheduled one. But that wraps up here in the casting booth with us, Karma. It's been a pleasure casting with you, my friend. Where can they find you on the social medias?
You could find me on Twitter at KarmaOW, all caps. You can find me on YouTube at Karma, and you can find me on Instagram at Karma.
Instagram, awesome. My name is Guthix. You can follow me on Twitter at Guthix Esports. Keep up with all my casting gigs here, UGC League, and any other leagues I do casting for. Also, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Guthix Esports. Keep up with my streams. And give a subscription to UGC League here on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Go ahead and get notified when we go live. Also, follow UGC League on Twitter at UGC League to see when our tweets goes out to also notify you when we go live. Final score: Squirtle Squad's 3-0. Radium-X falls, gave their first loss, and Squirtle Squad undefeated, securing even a higher seed in the playoffs. We're getting close, folks, but we still got plenty of Overwatch for a regular season to go. We'll be bringing you more matches here in the next couple of weeks. But until then, have a great rest of your evening and have a great weekend.